friends from the media, and they just wanted to just interact with you. So colleagues, we have our two Royal Highnesses, Bamo, Liva Chief Magumba, on the left side from Luapula Province. Then we have Chief Mpepo, is formerly Chief Chikwanda, but is now Chief Mpepo from Pika. You, whatever it is that you would want to do now is in your time. We are obviously pressed with time. You may want to do it very quickly so that we allow you to go and engage into your production. The need, what would you want to talk?
Okay. Colleagues, is there anyone with a question for their Royal Highnesses so that we start? Okay, we can start. Introduce yourself, the media house you're coming from, so that we proceed in that direction.
Okay, my name is Tawanda. I'm from Crown TV. So maybe just to find out your take on the country's democracy, especially because we are in an election year. What do you make of the country's democratic space?
Okay, so she can also ask, you introduce yourself, the media institution you're coming from, and then a question.
Okay, my name is Anna Mwila from Crown TV. Just to ride on a question, as you make of the country's democracy currently, and how do you make of his arrest specifically? And going forward, what's your words to the Zambian people?
Okay.
So I will ask about Canavesa, in the Kutiba to Evako, Bendere Shani, Elon Mapakonka, Basukanama questions I have it. Make sure for the Baisani.
Thank you so much. So we came here in the workshop to hear that our brother was arrested and put behind bars. So I went there in the morning to check on him, to find what is going on. And unfortunately, he has been released on the police bond. This one is my elder brother, Mundubile, is my relative, which we can't even run away from. So yeah, I'm not talking about politics, I'm talking about the blood relationship which exists between us and him. And his desire to serve the Zambian people. So the other question was about?
The country's democratic space, especially because we are in an election year. We've seen that Honorable Mundubile is not the first opposition leader to be arrested. Most of them get arrested, and unfortunately some of them end up behind bars. Could this be maybe political persecution by those in power, or how can the Zambian people interpret this?
No, that will be up to the Zambian people to interpret, but as we came specifically as a family member, we are not into politics. Yes, in democracy, we know it's democracy. Yes, and it has to be taken the way it has to be. But if certain things start happening, we also get worried. Yeah.
What is democracy, if I may ask you? You want me to ask you? Okay, you know, you are the media house. I think one thing I have to tell you is that every person in this country deserves opportunity. And in the most libertine well-being possible. We all have fundamental democratic rights to communicate, to share ideas without discrimination. ukwekata kwa Mundubile and the charge that has been given. If you are taken in 2023, if more later in 2026, personally, I feel more injustice. If something happened in 2023, why not taking an action then, the same year in 2023? After 2 years, do you think there is any logic there? Even in your own opinions? There isn't. And one thing that I must tell you, you the same media, justice emerges when negotiating without social differentiation. And for justice to be served, fairness is fundamental. Looking at what is happening right now in this country, I don't see there is any fairness. Politics shouldn't divide us. Politics is a science of governing people. So the interests of the people should come first. The infighting we are seeing should come to an end. This is simply wasting development. So to categorically answer your question to say, Bushere is democracy. Yes, democracy in what? In brackets. Because even the same hate speech, I think in my own understanding or opinion, it is biased, in the way it is being executed. So Mundubile ukubekata kwawo, that's later ukwisa abamwana. Omwana wonze nanga nibana nibachika tanga nibagalinga natu yako. Ifwe tulibasha mfumu twayiminina pamuchini pakupanji pamulingana. Ero twachumfwa na bamwikata mwana wesu. Takwa wo mufyashu usekeramu iro wamfwatu mwana wo byali echula iro wamfwatu mwana wo byali echula ko chitashan ko butukira ko umfwe. We can't rely on social media, so we came here to get the first-hand information, and for sure he has explained to us, and according to the information that we have received, yes, there is injustice. Yes, if you are to take it from the fair way. And again, in this country, ukulingana neko bachambira. Airport. There is no law in this country that prohibits someone to communicate or to interact with any person. No. Even you, the media, you are free to interact with us. Regardless the background of someone, regardless what is important, and this issue of also dragging Washamfuma politics should also come to an end. Ababana Vesu, just like you are free to interact with us. And life is also about networking. If he's got friends outside the country, what can stop him from communicating? If you have got a friend in UAE or USA, because that's how we do business. So, Muilan, your colleague, to answer your question, and I repeat, justice emerges when negotiating without social differentiation. And for justice to be served, fairness is fundamental. So in short, what I'm trying to tell you is that injustice for one is injustice for all. So as we do our politics, let's also try by all means to apply Rose veil of ignorance. Each time we combine tapali. One Zambia, one nation. Our national anthem clearly indicates and stipulates to say, you understand, freedom of what? Speech and freedom of what? Expression. We fought for this. But looking at the current happenings, there is no freedom of what? Speech and freedom of what? Expression. So let's learn to love one another. We are not doing politics here, but it's better we tell you the truth, because truth is intolerant of what? Error. The problem in this country is that mukamla filo kulande chinka, and the chinka tamfwa yokuchumpwa. So it's better you listen to us. Mumvik chef shinka. So thank you.
Colleagues, we end right now.
Just to add on what you have said, I think as a nation, what is killing us is fear. Fear will never take us anywhere. We have to be brave. We have to be brave and take on the situation as it comes. Otherwise, if we have fear, we want to go anywhere. We'll still be dangling at the bottom of the developmental food chain. That's where we'll be dangling, waiting for some carnivores to drop a bond so that we feed. I think that is the state in which we have been reduced to. So we have to jump out of that. And for us to jump out of that, let's not have fear. Let's be brave, then let's believe in ourselves as Zambians. We are Zambians. God made that Zambians. Me, I always say this. Whether on earth or in heaven, I will be a Zambian. Nothing will change. I have to be proud of my country. Then to be proud of my country, I have to do what it takes to ensure that the next generation, the members are seen in a better way. Otherwise, if we are not careful, the coming generations will come and insult us. They will say, they will come and say that we were fools.
Yes.
Yes. So that is my message to the Zambian people. Let's be responsible for our country. Let's not have fear. Let's be responsible of what we are doing. And let's watch what is happening so that we don't drag our nation into disrepute. Such that if you go somewhere, you will say, oh, na Masai, Tarapani, Papa Boswani. Don't want
Can I say something?
You know what I has told you indirectly. What we are saying here is that tribe is innocent. I like telling you this. Tribe is what? Innocent. Be proud to be called a Tonga. Be proud to be called a Rose. A Ngoni, a Wush, a Bemba. But what is bad is tribalism. So don't use your tribe to discriminate others. Tribe, by its own nature, is a nation. Tribe is what defines us. And that's what makes us to be what? Zambian. So be proud to be called whoever it is, a Loz, a Tonga, a Bemba, Ushi, Ngoni, but please don't use your tribe to discriminate others. If you want to use your tribe, use it to develop this country and to unify this country. So stay blessed and God be with you all.
Amen.